Oh, I should probably get some wood. Ha! I get all set up and ready to go, and then all of a sudden, hey, I don't have any wood. I can't start a forge without a fire. Hello, everybody. Dylan got us here, Gnarled Iron Forge, and today I am going to be working on some bottle openers because I am going to be working at a craft show at a bar. And for obvious reasons, I feel like bottle openers will do just fine. This video will not be about the bottle opener, though. I need a tool before I can make a bottle opener. I need a slot punch. So when you're making a bottle opener, at least in the style that I'm going to be making today, you normally don't start with a round hole because you need quite a large round hole, and you would lose a lot of material if you started off with a larger round diameter. Because a bottle opener, you normally want the round to be about an inch in diameter because that would equate to the size of a bottle. So you would actually start off with a rectangular punch, and the reason why is because then you can spread that into the inch that you need. Without losing a lot of material, without losing a lot of steel. So let me get some wood going here.
So, it turns out at this point my microphone stopped working, or it died and I didn't notice. What you're going to see in a second is a chisel that I've had on my rack for quite some time. The edges of it are way too sharp to utilize properly in blacksmithing as a decorative chisel, more so for hot cut, cold cut work. I'm going to be forging this down, forge each side down, and sort of tapering it out and utilizing this to create the slot punch that we are going to be utilizing for the bottle openers later. Since a punch needs to be flat on the end so that way you can shear it off, I start by cutting off the front end to get rid of that sharp corner to help avoid cold shuts during forging. And here we are, just from here on out, drawing it out and tapering it down into shape. And now we have the finished shape of the slot punch in just a moment. I just go over to the belt sander and clean it up just a little bit, just to refine its shape a little and to sharpen up the edges of the slot punch, because the shoulders of your slot punch need to be sharp in order to properly shear off material. Here's the final piece, all cleaned up and ready to go. Just got to do a little oil quench, and it should be good to use. I'm not gonna lie, I contemplated putting in some sound effects for this portion. I think you can. The oil was just a little frozen, but we preheated and we got it.
There we go. Hopefully that didn't die at some point throughout the video. If so, I'll just fill it in, I guess. So now what we're gonna do, since this is all preheated and ready to go, we're going to dip the first little bit of the drift slot punch itself into the oil to cool that off. And then we're gonna go over to the anvil. I'm gonna scratch it with the wire brush. And then we're gonna watch, and we're gonna wait for the very tip of the spot that we quenched, the very tip of the punch itself. We're gonna wait for that to turn a straw color, and then we're gonna dunk it the rest of the way in the oil to rapidly cool it off, and that should give us a properly tempered punch. Alrighty.
And we find ourselves yet again with a voiceover because my microphone died. Here's the finished slot punch. Not too bad. Had to do a little bit more work on the belt sander than I would have liked throughout this project. And I just used a file to clean up the top there, put a little chamfer on it, so that way when you're smacking it there, you don't chip off any sharp corners, because those can be quite dangerous. And, you know, just unpleasant in general. Yeah, so I think it turned out rather well, and so far so good on the utilizing of the slot punch itself. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining me on this little project.
Well, friends, my microphone died, and I don't know when that happened, so I apologize if the audio randomly cuts. I'll try my best to do a voiceover or something to try to cover up the, issue. Put a band-aid on that there boo-boo. Anyway, if you like this video, or sorry, whew. Anyway, that's all the time that I got for this video. I got a little slot punch here, all ready to go. Gonna do a little bit of grinding on that, and then got this all done up. And this is going to be utilized for some bottle openers. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. If you dislike the video, feel free to dislike it. Let me know why in the comments down below as to why you either like it or dislike it, so that way I better make content for all you lovely individuals in the future. And I really appreciate each and every one of you. I truly do. It's freaking amazing that I have a growing channel now. That's wild to me. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing or sharing it with people that might enjoy this kind of content, because the more the merrier, and the more that we can spread the journey of blacksmithing, the better. And that's kind of my goal here, is to sort of showcase blacksmithing in a kind of interesting way, because it's mostly I mostly do things traditional here, almost entirely traditional, but I do have some tools that I utilize, like bandsaw, belt sander and all that jazz, and I do have that area still set up ready to go for some skits. I just haven't had the ideas yet, and I've been a little bit busy. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching again, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. It's really warm outside today. Enjoy it while it lasts. It's gonna get really cold. Anyway, have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye.